Hey everyone, it's time to become proficient in copying and pasting. We're here to help you save time, money, and effort in Excel, and this trick right here will save you the most time. Alright, we'll go through all the paste specials. So regular copy and paste is just what you do is you select a cell, hit Control C, bring it to another cell, and Control V. You bring that value over. There's another way to do it. You can right click and hit copy, and then you can right click and hit paste. So there's a lot of different paste options: paste regular, paste value, paste formulas. What we're going to do is we're going to go over all 14 of those paste options. These are them right here. Alright, so I've made this table for you guys to show you kind of different options to paste, and you kind of know what that means right now. So this is just a plain old copy and paste. It's going to look exactly like what we have. What if we go to the next one and we just paste formulas? Sadly, we don't have any formulas in here, so we can expect it to not be that grand. Let me get rid of this. That was from the first exercise. Nothing crazy. There were no formulas, so there was really nothing to keep. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so now let's go to the third one. We're going to keep formula and number formatting. So as we learned, there's no formulas, so that's not really going to maintain anything. But number formatting, looks like some of these numbers are aligned. We have some currencies and decimals. Let's see what that does. Beautiful. So no, we lost a lot of our our merged cells. So we lost some of our colors, of course our borders, but we maintained the number format. Let's try no borders. Not that impressive. I still have yet to find a use for this, and that's what I wanted to stress right now. There are 14 paste options. There are only a couple that proficient users will actually use often. We're going to actually go over that right after we run through all 14 different scenarios. So don't get hung up on the details right now. Don't stress yourself. I just want to make sure you guys are informed on all the different options. Here's one you keep source column with. That that actually worked right here. As you can see, some of the columns got a little bit wider. So the columns are skinny right now. We will paste. So as you can see, we're looking at these widths. The column widths adjusted a little bit. I'm actually happy you guys got to see that. Haven't used it very much. Worst case scenario, I will just make sure the column widths are the same with Format Painter or some other techniques, and you guys will kind of learn that more and more. Alright, let's go to the next one. Transpose. I will say this is one I use a lot. I would never use it for this example. I would never use it for kind of this established of a table, but this will really show you what it can do. So what it does is it completely inverses the data. So as you see, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 are up and down. Now they are across the columns. Next, we're going to paste values. I have little blurbs here too if you guys can't follow along with my my hasty talking. I apologize. Alright, so we're pasting values here. Nothing really to see here. It just strips all formatting, all alignment, all background color out. Next we'll do values and number formatting. I'm sorry. So now I knew I didn't have this on my clipboard, and your clipboard is essentially your last copied stuff. So in order for me to paste this, I need to make sure it's on my clipboard. So see these rotating dotted lines? That tells me right now that I am able and willing, or able to paste this. So we'll do numbers and formatting, values and number formatting. To be honest with you, I haven't used that one ever either. Let's see, values and source formatting. This could be a decent one for sure. Oh, okay, but this is interesting. It does not like merge cells. They need to be the same size. Let's see if it can correct itself. We can't paste. Alright. Oh, but it looks like through the warnings it still successfully worked. And I'm okay with that. Eek. Alright, so as you can see, I'm hitting Control Z and it's changing this. This is no longer in my my activity, or it's somewhere lost in there. So what I'm going to do is format paint this to make sure all the cells are the same, and then I'll right click and hit clear contents. Now we're back where we want to be. So last one we just did was I believe it was 10. So we're going to copy formatting now. Let's make sure it was 10. Yes. So formatting. That one's pretty good actually. I haven't used this very often, but it can be important if you don't want to mess around with the data. You just want to make sure that it's almost a template type feel. So I want to use this table, but I don't want to take any of the noise with me, any of the baggage. All right, what's next? Next we have a link. Excel typically maintains links. I've never had to paste special link. I've never had to do that with a picture or a linked picture. I will take this time to quickly show you how to link a picture. So we'll put a picture in. It'll be a stock photo. And we'll put the picture right here. Now what we do is right click and hit hyperlink. And we want to go within this document. And we'll go to our next page. So instead of me clicking on the tab now, instead of me going to the next lesson typically through this, I will click on this picture and it'll take us to the next lesson. Beautiful. So now that's how a hyperlink works in Excel, and we're gonna do that a little deeper later on. I just wanted to give you a little context with what a linked picture meant. All right. So now I will go over the two main cases of copy and paste. Don't confuse yourself and try to memorize all 14. You're never going to need to. So first, we will make a formula. Equals 10 times 2. Alright, we're going to copy this and paste it as a formula. So that's the FX right there. Eek. Okay, so what happened there? So remember last lesson we went over relative and absolute references? What this is saying is, hey, take the cell 3 above it, multiply it times the cell 2 times above it. Let's see if that's true. This is saying, hey, take the cell 3 above it, multiply it by 2. We don't want that. We want this to be absolute reference. So like I said last lesson, we're going to use F4 to lock these absolute. And now, let's copy and paste the formula. Beautiful. It maintained itself. Now, how do we get this as a value? So, the beauty in this is, say you have hundreds and thousands of formulas going on in your sheet, it really starts to slow Excel down. But you want to start doing formulas off formulas off formulas, and it really even gets more congested. So what you can do is, after you create a formula, after you, create a column of formulas, what you can do is you can bring it into a new workbook, you can convert it, copy and paste it, and convert it into a value, essentially. So we're going to paste special, and we're going to paste values. And the beauty of that is now it takes a lot less memory in the computer. It's only a 2 and a 0, even though it represents the same final answer. I use this probably the most, and actually a little trick for me is, you see how this is a formula, the cell B10. What you do is you see how there's the 4 arrows. Make sure you get into that little zone, hold your right mouse button, drag the cell over, and then drag it back. Now what you are doing is you're copying here as values only. Now as you can see, this isn't a formula anymore. It's a value. I use that one by far the most. Next, transpose, and this is super important for setting up tables, flip-flopping data. So essentially we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up and down, but we want to make headers for a table. How can we do that? So what we do is we right click, when in doubt right click, go to paste special, and we're going to go to our 7th option, transpose. And now you can also, so if you also have data selected and you go like this and hit enter, that's another shortcut for copy and paste. I apologize, that slipped out. But going back to transpose, as you can see, the data maintained its integrity while also changing shape completely. Thank you guys for making it through the 3rd video with us. I hope to see you next time, as we cover the 28 important Excel functions.